across, these buskers, they're not buskers, these beggars are every post in town in Birmingham. They're all over the place, sitting on these little arrows direction which way to go on the road. They're just sitting in between, in the middle of the road. I got nothing against beggars, but I was talking at work yesterday. One of my managers says, "Oh, he's seen one of these beggars in town. He sees them all over the place on all the roundabouts." And then he drives past and he sees one sitting there, and then this car comes up. The car comes up and then he stops at the roundabout where this beggar is, gets out the car, and this beggar just hands him over a load of money. Now what beggar, what poor person that can't afford food and whatnot, can't afford a place to live, that sits on the streets begging for money, what beggar would go over and give some random guy in a car a load of the money that he's been collecting for the whole day? That's a bit weird. Obviously he's not a genuine beggar. Obviously he's probably just put those clothes on and he's sitting there knowing he can get money off people, and he's obviously working with this guy that just turns up in the car collecting the money. So there's obviously there's a big organisation going on. They know they're going to get money on the streets. I mean, we've all seen the videos on YouTube from people in America begging on the streets, and then they go and jump into their brand new Mercedes or BMW or something like that. It's obviously they've caught on in the UK, and they're all doing it here too. I wish I was driving through the centre of Birmingham now, because you'll see them just sitting there. I mean, you've seen one there at Tesco, which I've never seen before. Well, yeah, that's just crazy. They must be making a lot of money. I mean, if one person is driving around collecting this money off all these people on the streets, they've got to be making enough money to be able to afford that car, to drive around all of Birmingham, and to pay all these beggars on the streets. They've got to be making a killing. Why I don't give money to beggars. I mean, it's, as one of the managers, one of the guys was saying, I mean, it gives the real homeless people a bad name, because you don't know who to trust, you don't know who to give money to, who's genuinely poor and who's actually scamming you out of your money. Right. I wonder what other... Obviously they're in loads of other cities. Obviously they do it in London. As I said, yeah, you just don't know who to give money to these days. Even charities, they scam charities, pretending to be, oh, this is a charity for the, you know, the kids with lost fingers, and could you spare £1 so we can give them prosthetics? And then at the end of the day, that money's not going to any charity or any kids with lost fingers. It's going to the people that are using their 5 fingers to scam you. Come on.